Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to PLUS Model Radio, the #1 podcast for plus-size women. I'm your host, Chilli Wants, coming to you live from Los Angeles. Today is Monday, July 26, 2010. PLUS Model Radio is a proud media sponsor of the Fuller Woman Expo, Saturday, September 18th in downtown Detroit. The keynote speaker for the event will be the fabulous Kim Coles. For more information, visit thefullerwomanexpo.com. And the celebrity host of Hollywood Now, Love Your Body Day, has been announced. And if you haven't heard already, it's America's Next Top Model, Whitney Thompson. The event will be held October 22nd through the 24th in West Hollywood. And for more information, visit www.loveyourbodyday.com. And as always, we've got a fantastic show for you this evening. We will hear from our PLUS Model Radio contributors, Madeline, telling us about all the exciting things PLUS Model Magazine has going on and the PLUS industry. Plus, we'll hear from Supermodel Sage answering your modeling questions. And coming up later on the show are Tionna Smalls from VH1's What Chilli Wants, entertainer and activist Lynx Garcia. But up first is Sid and Monique. Sid and Monique are two plus-size fashion bloggers based in Los Angeles. Sid's blog is Sid's Style File, and Monique's blog is Curves and Chaos. They recently joined forces to create LA Fatshion Bloggers. And no, I'm not mispronouncing it. Fatshion stands for Fat Plus Fashion, and their first event is coming up this weekend in Los Angeles, and they're going to tell us more about it. Welcome to the show, Sid and Monique. Hi, ladies. Are you there?
Hello.
Hello.
So
Hi.
how are you both doing this evening?
Well, thank you.
Good. I'm doing good.
Good. Well, I want you two to tell me how you got started blogging and a little bit about both of your blogs.
Okay. You want to go first, Sid?
You go ahead.
Okay. Well, this is Monique. I have always loved fashion and magazines and stuff like that, and I've always been a curvy girl, so, growing up, I didn't see a lot of girls in the magazines that looked like me, but I still loved fashion and all of that, so I graduated from college with a degree in communications, and it was really hard for me to find a job at first, so I decided to start a blog. And what I originally started with was a blog called Urbanista, and I would still write about kind of the same stuff, fashion and stuff like that from a Los Angeles girl point of view. And then I started thinking, wait a minute, why don't I blog about the clothes that I actually wear instead of clothes that by designers of stuff that I don't wear? And so one day I just decided to create Curves and Chaos, and that's how that started for me.
And so you said you couldn't find a job, so you started blogging. So did you start blogging for a source of income or because you had a lot of free time on your hands?
Well, at first it was I had a lot of free time, but I wanted to just write. I wanted to be able to write on the Internet and just kind of I love the Internet. I think it's the greatest invention ever. So I just wanted to be able to write, and I started finding all these wonderful blogs out there, and I just kind of wanted to keep my skills in writing, so that's why I created that.
And so, Sid, what about you? How did you get your start in blogging?
I started blogging actually more as a hobby. I didn't really have a hobby, and I started reading blogs, and I came across blogs for, plus-size, curvy girls. And one day I thought to myself, I really love fashion, and it's something that I've always been interested in. And I said, why not? Why not start my own blog and see what comes of it? And I just started connecting with other bloggers, and here I am today. That's actually how I met Monique, was through her blog.
Yes.
So besides being bloggers, are either of you active in the plus-size community? Did you know there was a plus-size community before blogging?
Go ahead, Sid.
I was going to say I did know about it. I wasn't too familiar with it. I had heard a little bit of things here and there, but I wasn't too active in it until I started blogging.
And it's the same for you, Monique?
Yeah, it's the same for me. I knew about it. My mom, she's a curvy girl too, so I knew about the fashion and the stores and stuff like that. And I just didn't, like I said earlier, like I was blogging about fashion, but I was blogging about straight sizes, and I was thinking, why am I writing about straight sizes? I don't even wear straight sizes. I have to, just be more, not comfortable, but, I just figured, like, this is what I love, and I wear plus size, so that's what I'm going to do. So
Right, so it was just natural that it happened that way.
Yes.
So there's so many blogs out right now. Everybody has a blog. So how do you keep your content on your site unique and fresh when it's so many plus-size blogs out right now?
Oh, I could answer that. I think for me, I noticed one thing when I started blogging. There wasn't as many as there is now. I started about a year and a half ago. But I noticed that a lot of the plus-size fashion bloggers were a lot younger, teens, early 20s, and I'm in my 30s, and I didn't see too many plus-size bloggers that were 30-plus, so that's kind of, I would say, my niche. Not only am I a curvy plus-size girl, but I'm a little bit older, so my fashion sense is a little bit different than
so your
a lot of the ones that are out there, I would say.
Wouldn't be the same outfits as the younger bloggers are wearing.
Yes, because, there's a lot of things that I see on other blogs that I really like, but I just, it's a little too young for me, so I don't feel comfortable, so I have to kind of
get something age appropriate.
Modify it for my age and my comfort level. I still want to be fashionable and, trendy, but for my age.
And Monique, how do you keep your content unique and fresh?
I get a lot of inspiration just from when I love to shop, so I get a lot of my inspiration from shopping and just kind of seeing what's out there. I love flipping through magazines and just kind of seeing what the trends are there, but I just write from what I love. I don't write on what other people are writing about. I write about things that I love, which is shopping, bargains. I love a good bargain. I write about what I want to write about. I don't write about what other people are writing about and stuff that catches my eye. Because my thing is I'm blogging not just for, like, my blog is for people out there, but I'm blogging about what I like. Not just like whatever's the popular thing out at the moment. So I just try to put stuff out there that's just different and not what the mainstream people are blogging about. So that's what I do.
How did the LA Fatshion Bloggers come about? Am I saying that right?
Yes, I have a problem saying it at first too.
So
LA Fatshion Bloggers. Well, Sid and I became friends through, actually we were, I think, started through Twitter, and we became friends that way, and we've met up a couple of times, and we were speaking one time because we noticed that they had a lot of different cities, like I think they just had in London last weekend, some of the bloggers from that area got together, and then there was the Young, Fat, and Fabulous conference, and those girls got together in New York, and so Sid and I just started talking, and we said, why don't we do something here in L.A.? We know there's a couple of girls that we had met through Twitter and through our sites that are from Los Angeles, and we just figured, why not get the girls together. We'll start off by doing something small, and that's how the event started. But we just wanted to kind of get to know the girls that were in our area.
So are you looking for more bloggers to join the group?
We're open. We're not being very restrictive on this group. We will take. You don't even have to be a blogger. We just love people that want to, or who are interested in plus size fashion. That's pretty much our goal with that.
So, are there any requirements, like to be officially a part of the group and have the link included on your blog? How do you? It's just, you know, anybody that's in LA that's into plus size fashion, or is specific requirements?
No, there's no specific requirement. We're still kind of a work in progress, but, you know, if you love plus size fashion, you live in Los Angeles, we would love to meet you at our event. We love everybody, so we're very open.
So you turn no one away?
No one, even straight size. We don't care.
So tell us about the upcoming shopping event that is this weekend, right?
Yes, on Saturday, July 31st at the Culver City Westfield Shopping Mall, and it'll be at 11 a.m.
So what will the day look like? Well, I know anyone that wants to attend, the first thing you have to do is register through the website, right?
Yes, you could go to our website. Monique, you want to give them the website address?
Yes, it's a little long, but it's lafashionbloggers.blogspot.com. And there's also a link there that will send you to a Facebook page that Sid created. And it actually would probably be better to do it that way, just because that's where all the girls have already RSVP'd. The day, we're pretty much going to start out by meeting at 11 a.m. We're going to kind of just get to know each other, and then we have a little a little thing for the girls that have already registered, that have pre-registered. We have a little something for them. And we're going to go over and do a personal, like a little shopping, not a personal shopping, but we're all going to go as a group, like a group shopping to Lane Bryant. And then after that, it's pretty much the girls are going to be able to walk around the mall. It's a pretty big mall, so they get to walk around. And then around, I believe it was 5 o'clock, we're going to meet for a meal, if anyone is interested to meet for the meal. So that's pretty much what the day is going to be like.
Oh, so everybody doesn't go from store to store to store together? You kind of disperse and then come back?
Well, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you wanted to, we would love to have everybody together, but if not, they felt more comfortable, they're more than welcome to go ahead and go.
Okay. And so at 5 o'clock is the dinner, so maybe if somebody doesn't have money to come shop, maybe they could just come to the dinner?
That sounds good, too. We would love to meet people. I think for me this is going to be an exciting day because I've never really had plus-size friends that I could shop with. All my friends have been smaller or thinner, so it's going to be exciting for me to actually have other women that I could shop with and, you know, share ideas and, you know, style and just it'll be fun.
So is this going to be the first of several events to come in L.A., shopping events and other things? Like, is this going to be an ongoing big thing that you have a vision of making?
I believe we have a vision, and we're hoping that this event on Saturday will get a sense of what people are looking for, and if it's successful, then yes, we definitely want to have more upcoming events and you know, have more people join us as the months go along.
And are you going to try to make a presence at different L.A. plus-size events? Because I already told you that I want your group to be involved with Love Your Body Day. So are you just trying to get, like, the L.A. Fashion Bloggers name as many places as possible?
Yeah, that would be something that we would love to do. You know, like right now for Sid and I, we're just like kind of, you know, baby steps. We're trying to kind of just get a feel for what you know, what girls are really, or women are really interested in this, and we just kind of want to start to meet everybody. But I mean, I already have an idea. Like I was talking to Sid, that we would even love to do a clothing swap in the future, like a clothing and accessory swap. That's something that we'd love to do. So we're just kind of taking baby steps right now and just kind of seeing what's out there, and we would love to have a presence at plus-size events throughout, Southern California. Would be great.
So if anybody has any ideals, events, or anything and want to connect with you guys, what's the best way to do so?
Through the blog.
Yeah, through the blog.
Go to the blog. You can subscribe or just leave us comments and let us know if you're interested or have ideas about either events that they may be working on or ideas about events that they would like us to possibly, have in the future.
Well, that sounds good, ladies, and I will definitely be there this weekend to shop with you guys, although I don't need anything at all, but it's always good to shop.
It's always good to shop.
It is. And so tell us your personal websites and, again, the website for the event so everybody knows how to stay connected with you guys.
Sure. Go ahead, Sid.
Okay. I'm Sid, and my blog is called Sid Style File, and you can go to www.sidstylefile.com, and you could access my email through there or just leave me your comments, and I'll get back to you.
Okay, and mine is Curves and Chaos, and it's www.curvesandchaos.com. I love feedback, so you can always leave me messages, or I have a contact page there also. And for LA Fatshion Bloggers, once again, it's lafashionbloggers.blogspot.com. And there is a contact section there also.
Well, thank you, ladies, for being on the show. It was a pleasure speaking with you, and I look forward to seeing you this weekend.
Yes. Thank you, Chenese. Look forward to meeting you.
Thank you for having us, Chenese. Nice talking to you.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
And again, if you're interested in shopping this weekend, head over to their website and register for the shopping event this weekend in LA. It's free, and I think we're going to have a lot of fun shopping together. Now, up next is Madeline Figueroa Jones, editor of PLUS Model Magazine, that's going to tell us the latest that's going with the magazine and in the plus industry. Hi, Madeline. How are you?
Good. Hi, Chenese. How's everything going?
Good. Now, I know PLUS Model Magazine has a lot going on. You just put out the press release with so many exciting things happening.
I know. I've been so busy, and PLUS Model Magazine is doing so well this year. I'm really, really happy with the way that the July issue was received. Everyone really loved it, and we had some great congratulations from some of the top industry people to our, fans and readers, which was really great. I got some really great feedback. Sorry. But we're eagerly awaiting the August 1st launch of the denim issue. Our denim issue is always really great and fun. This year we decided to give it a little bit of a twist with a little bit of edginess. Our cover model is Denise Bedeau. She's beautiful. She's out from your area, from L.A.
Yes. Yes.
And she was absolutely fantastic on set. And we collaborated with Inez Lewis, which is always fantastic to work with. And the team, we had Kristen Turner. This was her first time working with PLUS Model Magazine, and she did really well. She was the stylist on set, along with Rhea, who was there as my eyes. And Gina Sabatino did hair and makeup for us. So it was so great to have her on set as well. She's a model and she does makeup and hair, and, I thought it was really great that they just know each other so well and, could kind of do that for each other. So that was really nice. Along with the editorial and the cover, we have the House of Curves models. We also have the Young, Fat, and Fabulous bloggers, and we have the Fenimars unveiling of the new men's jewelry line. So we have a lot of exciting stuff for you. And in that men's jewelry line, there's a beautiful plus-size model in there. So it's going to be really, really sexy and really, really, really nice. I also, with the press release, I also announced Rhea Norman is going to be moving over, or has really moved over, to a new position with us as the executive fashion editor for PLUS Model Magazine. She's basically going to be in charge of the direction of the magazine in terms of fashion. She's been with us, for a number of years, and it's just the natural progression of our, relationship with her, in a professional sense. So, she's
now she's just not West Coast. It's everywhere.
No, she's just the whole shebang. She's involved with the magazine from nuts to bolts when it comes to fashion. So it was fantastic. It was such a great time for us to kind of come together to that point because Marie Dene, the Curvy Fashionista, also joined our staff, and she's our fashion and style editor. And so she has a really great voice. She has a great way of engaging her fans and her readers and the plus-size woman, as a whole. So I'm so excited, to have her on board, and she's going to have her own column every month. And she's going to be working very closely with Rhea, so I'm really, really excited about that as well. We're also going to be making our next television appearance on August 4th. Now, I'm not able to tell you exactly what show and exactly what we're doing yet because we're kind of like on hold, but it's most likely going to be on August 4th. It's going to be airing. We did the taping.
So it's already been filmed already.
It's already been filmed. So I have no idea what they're putting on there, but, it looks like it's going to be a really, really great segment of a show. So, and it's at night, so hopefully everyone will be able to watch it.
But it's a national show we'll all be able to catch.
Yep, everybody will be able to watch it. And so I'll be putting out the details on our blog, so if they join our PLUS Model Magazine blog, I'll be putting out the details on that and on our Facebook fan page once we get the okay to put it out there. And, we're going to be having some great giveaways. We have more swimsuits to give away. We're going to be giving away 10 Lane Bryant Right Fit jeans also throughout the month of August. Yes. So we have some great stuff coming up with the August issue. I'm really, really excited. I feel so blessed to have so many great things happening for us. And, I owe it all to the readers and the feedback and, of course, my wonderful staff.
Definitely. And an ongoing question I always get is how can you be a model for PLUS Model Magazine?
So here's a couple of ways, and I'm going to be really honest about it because there's just so many different ways that you can be involved with the magazine. To be on the cover and to be in an editorial, you just can't be an aspiring model. You have to be someone that's going to engage that reader and that knows how to model and that has the pull to be able to have everyone kind of say, wow, I want to see her editorial, or I want to see what's involved in this issue. So that's why the covers, and a lot of girls are like, why do you always pick, agency girls? They're not always agency girls or have been in the industry for 10 years or something. They're just, the ones that can grasp and the ones that are at the moment, doing what, they have to do. And there's also only 12 issues a year. So I still have a list of models that I would love to work with, and I only have 12 covers. So it's, pretty difficult to choose, actually. But inside the magazine, I've been able to open up, those doors for, aspiring plus-size models and just plus-size models in general. I'm doing a lot more editorials besides the main editorial, and those are the the women that are, the models that are, current, that are out there, that are testing, that I can see, yes, you definitely can, carry your own editorial or even come with someone else, to do an editorial, and I can put you with someone else and you can carry it, that's how you're chosen. I'm also, I'm going to be doing a really great project for the Shape issue, and I'm going to be using girls from the Plus Size Industry Directory for that. So that's going to be a huge shoot, styled, hair, makeup, the whole thing, and I put it out to the plus-size industry girls, and I said, listen, you guys have to make sure that your profiles are updated. I need to know that if I ask you to come into the studio that I'm not going to have someone frozen on set. I will definitely be there, and I will hold your hand, and I will help you, and I will, do what I love to do, which is be on set and be your mommy through it. But I need you to do your homework, and I need you to practice in front of that mirror, look at tears, do those tests, and update your portfolio so that I can see what you're doing and that you can carry, at least a look on your own and have that tear from Plus Model Magazine.
Right.
So there's a lot of different ways.
When you haven't done a photo shoot in a long time, you do get rusty when you have to practice your craft.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely, which is the same with everything, you know. If I don't speak Spanish for a long time, I'm like gagging throughout the whole entire time I'm on the phone with my grandmother. So everything, you have to practice.
Yes.
You have to keep it current, you know, and that's my best advice to aspiring models. But we have really great stuff coming from now until the end of the year for aspiring models and 18-plus models. I have another 18-plus editorial coming out this month. We have another one coming out the following month. So we have such really, really great inspiring for those plus-size women that are 18 and above. We got you. We definitely got you.
Well, all right. Thank you. It's a lot of great things going on with Plus Model Magazine, and I think Plus Model Magazine is number one, but I could be biased. But I think that we are number one.
Thank you, Shanice. Thanks.
Thank you, Maddie. Talk to you later.
Have a good night. Bye.
Bye-bye. And if you haven't already, make sure you check out the latest issue of Plus Model Magazine by going to the website at www.plusmodelmagazine.com. And up next on the show is Lynx Garcia, also known as Supersize Spanish Fly, and she's from Queens, New York. She's an entertainer, personality, and an advocate who's speaking out against size discrimination whenever she can. She has hosted her own television show called Lynx Lair and was co-host on EG Radio, and the show remained in the top 3 on iTunes for 3 years. And she's appeared in many publications, including The Source magazine, where she is credited for digitalizing the plight of the Gen 6. She was one of the main organizers and fundraisers of Hip Hop for Haiti and Blackbird Fly, which assists underprivileged girls to attend workshops and a cotillion ball to help prepare them for their life's journey. Her commitment to advocacy, messing up the word, has garnered her multiple appearances on Hot 97 Street Soldiers with Fox 5 Lisa Evers. Lynx has been featured on CTV and on Telemundo's show De Casa Dia in a moving piece involving Lynx's weight loss and gain journey. If you tune in to 92.3 in New York, you might catch Superfly discussing current news and trends with Nick Cannon, or announcing one of the songs for the top 5 at 9 on the Rolling with Nick Cannon morning show, 6 to 10 a.m. She is one of the favorite callers. She is supersizing the game. Let's welcome Lynx to the show. Hi, how are you doing?
Hola, Chenese. How are you?
I'm good. Now, first, let me make sure I'm pronouncing everything correctly. So, is Lynx like more than one, or is it Link?
No, it's Lynx, Lynx, like the cat. Meow.
All right. So, I'm getting it correct. So, I'm so excited to have you on the show because we've been friends on the internet for a while, but I really didn't know about you and all of the exciting things that you've been doing. So how did you get your start in the industry?
Well, first of all, let me thank you. I'm excited to be on the show as well. I've been following you, and I have to salute you right now before we get into me because, what you guys are doing over there at Plus Model Radio and magazine is, it's crucial for the plus size, full figure, super size movement. It's crucial because the more acknowledgement that our outlets gain, the more acceptable we become in society. So I started way back, way before it was popular to be a BBW. I started going to social events for big, beautiful women. Way back, I'm talking 22 years ago, there was a lady named Nancy Goddess, and she started this small little group called Large and Lovely Ladies. And I had heard about it, and I kept on hesitating to go because I saw her little ads in the penny saver saying, are you big and are you large and lovely? Are you looking for love? Well, come, let's talk about it, And so I was shying away, but that it kept calling me. Then I was on the bus, and this woman, Nicole, may she rest in peace, she was staring at me, and automatically I always had my guard up when people stared at me because they usually were sizing me up or getting ready to say something really stupid. And so I was staring at her, and she says, they would love you at these parties I go to. And I was like, huh? I didn't even know how to react because I was giving her dirty looks. And then I just said, thank you. She gave me the address, and I went to a party. And I just started being me. You know, I started, you know, I had always liked to rap since I was a child. And I started rapping with these two guys, Sidell and K. Foots. And at first it was just them. They were rapping about loving big, beautiful women. This is 20 years ago. They weren't doing that, you know. It wasn't mainstream back then. It was, as a matter of fact, it was taboo. And the men who did come to the club were, like, kind of hiding. They didn't want their pictures taken. They felt like it was this big, you know, almost as if someone's pointing the finger at them. You shouldn't be here. This is not normal, you know. And so that, in one side I was pleased by this, but in the other side I was angered because why does it have to be this way? And so I stepped out and tried to take my look and my sound mainstream, and the doors were just getting closed. And I wasn't just full-figured or plus size. I was super size. And at first people would look at me like, what are you even doing here? You know, for auditions or if I try to get into a show or try out to host for something, what are you doing here? They looked at me like I was crazy, like something was wrong with me. And then I noticed something else that I'd like to touch on. When I looked around, I saw lots of big, beautiful black women and lots of big, beautiful white women. I was one of maybe 2 Latinas in these parties. But growing up in my Latino family, I understood why, because, you know, it was very hard for me in my own community, within my own tribe. I was always, you know, if I went to a party with my family, somebody, a stranger, will walk up to me, you shouldn't eat that. You should go on a diet. What
well,
a pretty
I thought Latin women celebrated curves.
Curves. You can be curvy.
Okay.
You can
but
be
to
curvy.
a certain extent.
But, yeah, there's, you know, it's just like, is there such a thing as too thin or too big, you know, and so I was always, wherever I went, I was always the biggest person there, always.
Well, so through your experiences of trying to pursue your career, and there was a lack of opportunities for your size, is that what gave you the idea to create your own talk show and your own opportunities?
Yes, because I became frustrated as an artist in the underground circuit. You know, I'd get on stage, people would laugh before I even started to spit, sing, or dance, or do what I do. And so I would always open up with this little spoken word piece that kind of shut everybody up, you know, where I'm kind of saying, you know, you're holding a grudge on me. You don't even know me. Don't judge me just because of how I look. I was born to be alive just like every one of you. And then they kind of like, oh, snap. And I said it kind of fly. So they couldn't resist. And then once I started rapping and singing, they're like, oh, snap, she really can, you know, rap and sing.
So they already don't want to give you a chance to experience your talent based on your outer appearance. Just based on how I look. And so, you know, and it was really hard. And there's always people on the front lines taking those first punches, you know. And I try to go to the events, parties, and security would tell me I wasn't on the list or I couldn't come in the club. And then I'd see other people going through, but they wouldn't let me in. So all of this, it didn't diminish my drive. What it did was make me more determined, kind of like you're going to like me, whether you like it or not, and you're going to keep seeing me, and I'm going to keep doing it. So I'm with that mentality, well, I'll try anything, and I'll go for it because I can. It's my right. So I read that you were credited, read in your bio, you were credited in the Source magazine for digitalizing the plight of the Gen 6 movement. Now, so what exactly does that mean? Okay. I had heard about the Gen 6 issue, which involved the 6 boys, the racial tensions that they were facing at their school. You know, they found a noose hanging from a tree, and it was just terrible. I heard about it on 98.7 KISS. And then I went online because, you know, I was working for EG Radio, and I was a blogger, and I just found everything I needed I found online. I came across maybe one little article about it. And I was like, something's wrong with this. People got to know what's going on over there.
So I spoke to the guys who own the radio station, which was John Perez and Mike Jones, who brought me on the show. And I said, listen, I want to cover this. I want to create a petition online. I want to do all these things. And they were like, look, let's do it. This is wrong. We're with you. And so every day we watch the numbers rise, and we watch people repost it, and we watch it take a life of its own.
So basically you were a part of a popular forum, and you were able to help get the word out through the Internet.
Yes. Well, you know, the Internet is another universe in itself.
Right.
And it's better than any local outlet you may have. It's international. It's worldwide.
Right. So besides being a humanitarian and you're involved with a lot of community things that I mentioned at the top, you also do workshops on self-esteem and body image alongside a friend. Tell us more about that, who your friend is and the kind of workshops you two do together.
Oh, okay. Well, my dear friend, is Supernova Slam, and he is referred to as hip-hop medicine man. And I have to tell you something, Chenese. You know, I don't mind being supersized. I don't. It's brought me some heartache, but a lot of joy too. And it's like an old friend, you know, an old warm coat. This weight that I carry, and I had the bypass. I was 600 pounds. I came down to 285, and then I went back up to 360. And it's just, if you don't get your mind right, nothing's gonna work for you. You know, I was still compulsive, so I met my friend Supernova Slam, and he never once did he impose his teachings, his beliefs, because he's a vegan and he's a wellness coach and he's a healer. His mother is Queen of Four, and so he was raised in this. He never once pushed it on me, but when I ran around his people and I saw the most bright-eyed, glowing skin, beautiful hair people ever, all shapes and sizes too. So I asked, what is it that what is it that everyone's doing? And he said, well, this is a lifestyle. It's not about weight loss or a diet. It's a lifestyle.
Just a healthy lifestyle.
It's just a healthy lifestyle. So I adapted some of the principles, and yes, I'm a vegetarian. I don't eat meat.
Oh, really?
Yes, I maintain my girly figure on tofu, nuts, fruit. I like the grains, which is my issue right now. I'm kind of going through a little transition. I'm trying to stay off those grains because they bulk you up too. I'm maintaining this supersized weight as a vegetarian. So I learned a lot in being his friend and being around his mother and his circle. And what I learned more than anything was to forgive myself, to stop punishing myself for not getting it right. And let's see, now I'm going to get emotional.
No, it's okay.
I don't, I'm an advocate, yes. I fight against size discrimination because it's wrong to discriminate against someone for any reason. It's just wrong. So I'm that type, I'm a Leo, I'm fire, I like to fight. So if you're going to start something, they're going to be something. So, I'm going to get with y'all. And I utilize the internet, and I utilize all my platforms because that's what you're supposed to do. And, but I want to be here longer. I want to feel better. I don't want my legs swelling up no more. I don't want to get out of breath going to the top of the stairs. I don't want to feel like any time is going to be my time. When I have a 9-year-old, I have things to do, dreams that I want to achieve. So, I have all this confidence despite that.
When you say things like that, do you ever get criticized?
Oh, yeah, I get criticized. Like, well, how do you advocate against size acceptance, but then you're trying to lose weight? Listen, I'm trying to be here longer. It doesn't matter what anyone thinks about it. Can no one look at me and say that I don't rep this to the fullest? The pun is intended, by the way, to the fullest. I rep this because while I'm trying to get it right, I have the right to pursue my dreams. I have the right to live, love, and laugh and try to get mine in this life. I may never get it right, Chenese. I may never get it right. I'm hopeful, I'm prayerful, and I'm doing my work. I hope that I get it right. But in the meantime, I'm going to walk tall and proud because I'm big, brown, and beautiful. Shoot, I'm super-sized Spanish fly. Can no one take that from me? And even if I got down to 200 pounds or 180, which would be crackhead status for me, I'd still be super-sized Spanish fly because I supersize everything I do. It's not the size or the weight. It's what's inside of me. It's my spirit. It's the spirit that lives in me that's supersized.
So what advice would you give to a woman listening who thinks she can't do something and her dreams are not achievable because of her size?
I would say to her that faith can move mountains. It's old cliche, but it's true. If you believe in yourself, if you believe in your talent and you believe what it is that you have to share with the world is worth something and is worth pursuing, there's no way you can fake that. There's no way you can fake that. So you step forward. All you got to do is make that first step. And you may get some doors closed in your face and you may be treated a certain way, but God don't send you what you can't take. And you have to be strong and you have to go against the grain. All great people who've made it have fought some kind of demon, some kind of battle. It only makes the victory that much sweeter. So I say just move forward and realize your dreams. It's one life. From July 4th to now, I've lost 6 friends. 6.
Why? Because of your weight loss?
No, I've lost 6 friends. One was, unfortunately he was taken out violently and unnaturally. Another one in a car crash.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is I've lost them. They're gone. This is one chance you get here. Why go through each day wondering, should I, shouldn't I, and letting something hold you back?
I totally agree. And despite, society praising one type of beauty, you've been able to accomplish some great things that are mainstream. And I know we didn't have enough time to get into everything, but if anybody is interested in keeping up with you and anything you have coming up, how do they keep up with you? Do you have a website or should they go to your Facebook?
They should go to my Facebook, which is Supersized Spanish Fly. And if you go anywhere, you type up Supersized Spanish Fly and you'll see me. I'm the only one. So, and I do have a blog spot that I shame on me, I'm going to spank myself. I haven't been updating because I've kind of been dealing with the losses. It's called BBW, Beyond Blessed Woman at Blogspot. And BBW usually stands for Big Beautiful Woman, but I say I'm a Beyond Blessed Woman because I'm still here after a bypass, after gaining, after losing so many of my people. I'm still here. So I'm a blessed woman, and I have my child, and I got the love and support of my family and friends on Facebook. I got the people on the Internet. I love them all. They're always supportive. Every time I throw up a picture of me in the gym with my boxing gloves, I get 50 comments, "You go, girl." And I get the few that say, "Why are you trying to lose weight for?" So, it's, you can't have the love without the hate, and I accept that. So if they want some of my insight and some of my energy and to find out when I'm going to be speaking with my friend Supernova Slime, we're going to be speaking about sex, love, and relationships at Blissful Elegance Events, Ladies in the Meeting Room, August 7th. You just go to my page, Supersized Spanish Fly, or BBW Beyond Blessed Woman at blogspot.com.
Oh, you're going to be at the same event with Tionna.
Yes, I'm going to be there with Tionna.
Oh, that was a coincidence. I didn't even put 2 and 2 together.
Well, when I saw it, I said, "Wow, yeah, I'm going to be at that event." And I'm not an expert, but I'm a real woman, and I've gone through things, and I know what it is. And what I'll probably be speaking on is, how wellness plays into every aspect of your being, and we have a sexual being, and so we have to be totally secure and confident no matter how it hangs or sags or rolls and folds and stretch marks. We still got to love, and we still got to receive it. So I speak on that with Supernova as well, and he goes through the whole list of natural things that can enhance performances. So, it's very interesting stuff. So if people can make it to that, that'd be some very useful information that your partner will enjoy.
Well, it was a pleasure speaking with you. Definitely, I want to keep up with everything you got going on because I know you're an inspiration to many women. So thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you, Chenese, and I'd like to, can I say one little thing before I go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'd like to send my love to the entire Castellano family. My friend Chris Cass passed away on July 4th, and I just wanted to say that they're not alone and that I miss him too. And, he's hosting the all-white affair up there in Paradise. So, for everyone that's lost someone, keep your head up. Sano's family, Betsy's family, all my people I've lost this month, keep your head up. Love lives forever.
Yes, and that's a great note to end on. Love lives forever, and love for yourself, too.
That's right. Self-love first and foremost. Well, thank you, Chenese, and I salute you. Keep doing what you're doing. And I'm trying to push that survey of yours because it's important for us to know what's going on out with our community before we can deal with the issues. And Lord knows we got issues.
Right.
We got issues.
Well, thank you so much for being on the show.
All right, blessings, love, and life, sister.
You too. Bye-bye.
Mwah.
And it was a pleasure talking with Lynx. She is an inspiration to many women and is a testament that you can do whatever you want to regardless of your size. Up next would have been Sage to contribute, but during the show I got an email, Sage, saying that she was sick, so she wasn't going to be able to make it. So we're going straight into our last guest, last but definitely not least, is Tionna Smalls. And Tionna Smalls calls herself a relationship expert today, but it did not come easily. After ending a 6-year relationship, Tionna began her career by reevaluating her past mistakes and triumphs. She used the closure that came with her relationship as inspiration in writing the book titled Girl, Get Your Mind Right. It was from there that her career unexpectedly took an upward turn. Tionna began writing a column for Gawker.com, a popular New York City-based blog, and her column, Ask Tionna, received over 20,000 unique views daily during its run. Reaching internet celebrity status, Tionna's book saw a rapid increase in sales, and her blog maintained a steady fan base of daily viewers. Tionna then went on to pursue developmental opportunities with television networks, hosting her own internet radio show, Talk That Ish, right here on Blog Talk Radio, and was quoted in various publications, including the New York Post. In April of 2009, VH1 approached Tionna with an opportunity to turn years of hard work and past heartache into a position as relationship expert to Rwanda Chilli Thomas. In Chilli's new series, What Chilli Wants, Tionna guided Chilli on her journey to find true love in her life post-girl band TLC. What Chilli Wants was a hit for VH1, receiving over 1.3 million viewers per episode. And in June 2010, Tionna also received a book deal from HarperCollins Publishers. And her new book, Girl, Get Your Mind Right, the Tell It Like It Is Advice Your Love Life Has Been Missing, will debut in December 2010. Let's welcome Tionna to the show. Hi, Tionna, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. How are you?
I'm good. So I'm so excited to have you on the show. I was watching you on What Chilli Wants, and you were very entertaining, I will say.
Oh, thank you so much.
Your career started as an author, and was writing a book something you always dreamed of, or was it after coming out of a bad relationship you felt you just had a life experience that could help others?
Well, it wasn't a bad relationship. It was a pretty good relationship. It was just the breakup was pretty bad. But I've been writing since I was in 3rd grade, so I always knew I was going to write a book, but I never thought it was going to be relationship-based. I thought I was going to be like the fiction writer, because that's what all I wrote when I was young was fiction. So I think definitely getting out of the relationship and dating some of these lame guys, I said, wow, it needs to be a book about this mess. So I started out as an independent writer, and it was just like, you know, you have to like, so it was just like crazy, you know.
So you were looking for ways to promote your book, and you wrote into a blog. So was your first book self-published? And
yes, my first book was self-published.
And so what did you write to the editor of the blog that you ended up writing for?
Excuse me, how did I end up writing for the blog?
Yeah.
Well, what happened was, after I wrote that awesome email, they thought that I was very funny, so I guess the lady wanted to test my advice-giving skills, so she just wrote me an email and asked me, like, hey, this is what's going on in my life. What do you think about that? And I just wrote her back like I would write anybody, and I was just using all kind of ebonics and just going in, like, trying to help this girl. She published the letter, and it got, like, over, like, 200,000 viewers, like, went crazy. Like, who's this girl? Like, oh, my God, that's some good advice, though. So then next thing you know, she said, you know what, I have a job opening for an advice columnist. If you want that job, you know, you can have it. And I went 9 months without getting a paycheck. So when I heard pay, I said, hell yeah, I want it.
And so after your blog got so popular, then different opportunities came your way. How did the opportunity come about for What Chilli Wants?
Well, I decided to, like, take a break from the entertainment business because, as you know, it's like a lot of politics involved. So I was like, you know, I'm not really interested in none of this no more. Let me just focus on my nonprofit work because I do a lot of nonprofit work or whatever like that. So I focused on that, and next thing you know, I got, like, a call, and it was like, you know, VH1 want to meet up with you. They, you know, they have somebody that they need your help. And I'm like, I was like, I don't know. I don't really know if I want to do it. And then they told me, like, what kind of show it was, and I said, wow, that sounds good. But they never told me who the celebrity was. So at first I thought it was Christina Milian. And then after that, I found out it was Chilli, and I was like, oh, yeah, of course I'm going to do it. I watched Chilli growing up. That's like, it was crazy. It was like surreal, you know?
Well, why did you have to think about it, though? Why didn't you jump at the chance at a TV show?
Because I don't jump to just any opportunity that you have in your life. You got to realize as a business person is that you don't want to exhaust your brand, and you also don't want to be made fun of. I mean, after doing Gawker and all different type of things, I've seen, that how this business could do you. So I wasn't really interested, as I said before.
So the opportunity came, and What Chilli Wants was a hit, and we all watched, and we all loved the show. I had the opportunity to interview Chilli recently at the Essence Music Festival. And
okay, that's nice.
And she told me that there will be a season 2 of the show. So are you going to be on season 2?
Oh, yeah. So, if the contract's right, yeah, of course.
And through the popularity of the show, you got a book deal, and you have a new book coming out. Now, is this going to be the book that you self-publish? Is it going to be re-released, or is this all new content?
I mean, it's basically all new content. It's just the same name, Girl Get Your Mind Right, because we're starting the whole Girl Get Your Mind Right revolution all over again. So, yeah, it's all new material just with the same name. And it's my first, big major book. It's going to go all across the world through the HarperCollins publishers, and I'm excited. I'm excited to meet, a lot of my supporters. I'm excited to meet some women that need to get their mind right. I mean, every day on Twitter, I have like almost 12,000 Twitter friends. We discuss these love issues, and a lot of women need my help, and I'm loving it. If I could be your inspiration, your coach, I love it, and I appreciate it. And I'm learning as well. Just because I write about love and relationships don't mean that I know everything. I'm learning and growing every day in my own relationship. So it's I'm living a beautiful life right now.
And speaking of love and relationships, you're going to be a part of Meeting in the Ladies' Room. Let's talk about sex, love, and relationships. Now,
I'm going in. That is the event of the year, honey. August 7th, yes. And it's going to be at Advanced Swaps in New York City. So if you guys are listening and you're in the area, come really see me talk my ish, my love ish. And because I really go in, and I'm ready to, represent for the ladies. I mean, I saw the special with Steve Harvey and Sherry Shepherd and my boy Jimmy Israel, but now I just think it's time for some real talk, and I think this event is going to do just that.
And I have an audience of a lot of plus-size ladies. When you give out advice, do you give different advice maybe to a full-figure girl, or you think the same?
No, hell no. No, I don't divide plus size advice for regular size because there's no division. It's either if you're a woman, you're a woman. It don't matter if you got a little extra weight on you. It don't matter if you got a lot of extra weight on you. You're a woman, you're a woman. So I don't give different advice for plus size women. But the thing is that I make sure I motivate my plus size women or anybody that's like an oversized 12 and up. I like to let them know, like, you're still sexy, you're doing your thing, and that's why I'm working on my plus size, well, over 12, 10 and up, lingerie line, because, like, it's for all the sexy, tasty women out there because a lot of women that are, like, my size or bigger, 12 and up, they go crazy. They think they're, like, so fat and so disgusting, and they're not. They think they want to be sexy, and they just can't find the right things. The panties and the bras don't match, or the bras got, like, that grandma lace. We're, like, bringing sexy back for anybody that's, like, 10 and up, the size 10 and up, you know what I mean? That got double D's, E's, G's, F's, and can't find what they're looking for. So, I mean, I'm really into this. I'm really there for my thick girls, my big girls, whatever. And it's time to just let's make these moves and let's get the same respect, that everybody else gets. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I know you have confidence because I saw you in every gossip blog in your bathing suit, giving it to
I mean, it's so funny, like, I never had a problem, like, with my weight or anything like that. Like, I'm 5'2", first of all. A lot of people think I'm this 6-foot woman. Don't look at TV and think you know somebody's body. That's number one. That's the problem with most people, you know what I mean? I can fit 12 or 14, and I can fit a 1X. People think I'm just this big, huge, humongous girl, but I'm not no bigger than anybody else in Brooklyn. You know what I mean? I just got bigger breasts, but you know what I mean? Like, my breast is bigger than everybody else, but it's girls in Brooklyn that got way bigger butts than me, way thicker on the bottom than me. My top is much bigger than most people, but it kills me how, like, ever since I've been on TV, it's like I'm branded as, like, this huge, big girl. Like, I be cracking up because I wear my Ashley Stewart shirts as dresses. So if I'm that big, I can't obviously make that into a dress. You know what I mean? But it's all good. You know what I mean? Because if my thick women or my big women,
Hollywood.
Hollywood standards. I'm like the fattest. I mean, if you stand next to Chilli, first of all, anybody stand next to Chilli, you're going to look like a fat girl. I'm just going to let you know that. Chilli is very small, so you're going to look very tall. I'm 5'2", she's 5 feet. So, I mean, it just cracks me up. But whether they want to call it fat or whether they want to call it thick, the reality of it is fly is fly. I know skinny girls that's not fly, and I know fat girls that's not fly. So if you're fly, let's go. And I'm not going to be afraid to show my breasts. I'm not going to be afraid to show my thighs in a bathing suit because you saw how my man was hugging me up. He likes it, so I don't dress for other women. You know what I mean?
Right. I hear that. Well, I know that the ladies meeting in the ladies' room is going to be very exciting. Just hearing you talk right now, you're going to really be having some.
Oh, I'm going to bring it, girlfriend. You see. If you're there, I am going to bring it, and I really appreciate you having me on your show, and I want all your listeners to know they can follow me on Twitter because we go in, honey, and it's twitter.com/Tionna, Tionna Smalls. So I appreciate the love.
Yeah, and do you have anything else coming up? Because I saw on Twitter that you were coming to L.A. soon, or no?
I'm coming to L.A. eventually. I mean, I'm coming out there because I need to come out there for business anyway. So I'll be in L.A. I mean, like I said, when you follow me up Twitter, you'll know my whole schedule because I put everything out there. But besides the book, the lingerie line, I'm working on my mentorship program, and, Talk That It's Entertainment is my entertainment company I've owned for 3 years. We're finally opening up our book publishing department, which is going to be major. I mean, we make major moves over here, so it didn't start with what Chilli Wants, as most people would like to believe. You know what I mean? I've been doing my thing for quite a while now, and I just thank God for the many blessings,
Definitely. Well, thank you so much for being on the show. And what's your official website where we can keep up with you besides Twitter?
Oh, yes, TionnaSmallsOnline.com, TIONNA SmallsOnline.com.
Well, thanks again for being on the show. It was a pleasure talking to you, and continued success in everything that you do.
Okay, thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And thank you to all of our fabulous guests this evening. Tune in next time, and we'll have more Plus industry professionals with stories to not only inspire you, but to keep you connected with the curvy community. If you're interested in advertising on our show or being a guest, visit the website at www.plusmodelradio.com. And if you haven't already, don't forget to join our fan page on Facebook at facebook.com/plusmodelradio. I've been your host this evening, Chenese Lewis. Thank you for tuning in and supporting Plus Model Radio. Until next time, keep thriving in your curves and be blessed.